Judge Fiend has granted YNW Melly's ex-girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, release from jail while also giving Melly a chance at bond. A recent tweet confirmed that the judge believes Melly deserves the opportunity for bond release until his trial begins, emphasizing that he has spent years in jail without a conviction, which is unfair. Meanwhile, Mariah expressed gratitude to her family and friends for their support during her detainment in a Facebook post on Sunday, February 9th. She wrote, "To my village, thank you. I love you all so much. God's plan, not mine." However, she reportedly was not pleased with how the news was covered by local.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
This development has worked out in YNW Melly's favor, as it was announced that he must now make an informed decision about his legal representation. After spending 2,159 days in jail, the news came as a surprise.
No, let me repeat myself. Mr. Devins has to make an informed decision about who he wants his lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over at the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm asking for, and then I'm asking for at least a day or two. And then
we'll decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The judge was stunned by how long YNW Melly had been jailed without a conviction and directly challenged the prosecutors, saying, "Give us a final reason why he shouldn't be released on bond, or I'm letting him go." But instead of making their case, the prosecutors took a drastic step. They moved to force Melly's best friend YNW Bortland to testify against him. To further tighten their case, they are now filing paperwork to have Melly and Bortland tried together, all for
here, and you can try them together. It is to the benefit of the state to try them together, just more efficient. You don't have to do things again and again. Do it all at once, and also get a better chance of having them incriminate each other during the trial. It benefits the defense to sever it. That way they can point the finger at each other and get away with it. So this is what's going on. But I don't think it should be automatically severed because the state is seeking a penalty for Melly, because it's only the penalty phase of the trial that would be different, not the guilt phase. The guilt phase is the same. They're both capital crimes. We're seeking the penalty on one, not the other, but that goes into the second part of the trial, the penalty phase, only if Melly is found guilty.
It's common sense. If YNW Bortland knows he didn't commit such a serious crime, there's no way he'd willingly sit through trial and face a life sentence. His own lawyers wouldn't allow it either, making it highly likely that he'll start pointing the finger at Melly. However, what many don't realize is that Melly's defense team had already tried to shift the blame onto Bortland during the original trial.
Those were his crimes. Cortland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, or where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car, two bodies, car, riddled with bullets. When he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, powder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm. And he lies. He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having the phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody had the phone in the pocket, not Cortland Henry.
It has always been YNW Bortland who has been lying to the feds. He was the one with gunpowder residue on his hands and was with Juvie and Sack Chaser when they passed away. In the original trial, Melly's defense even brought in a forensic scientist who investigated the case to provide further details about Bortland having gunpowder residue on.
So the right hand of Cortland Henry contained two component particles, and the left hand contained one particle characteristic of residue and one two component particle.
And can you explain to us what that means?
Basically, overall, there was as an on-campus.
This is exactly why prosecutors are pushing for Melly and Bortland to be tried together. Bortland won't just sit there and take the blame. Even when Melly was granted a mistrial, Bortland raised eyebrows by tweeting a cryptic message on the same day saying, "Mind games don't work on people like me," alongside a handshake emoji, almost as if he was accepting some kind of deal. But this is just the beginning of Melly's problems. Beyond the legal battle, Melly also needs to be released to earn money. His mother recently started trending after revealing that she launched a fan subscription account while Melly stands trial. She later appeared in an interview discussing why she did it.
Why did you decide to break the internet the other day? You saying that you're white and Melly's mom and you're about to hit fans.
Why not? You make money while you sleep, and I turned 40 this year. Why not do something crazy?
Did you start it yet though?
What? My only? Yeah.
How much you made the first day? I just need to know the first day.
The first day was pretty epic. It was pretty epic.
Give me a ballpark figure.
Like 40-ish, 50.
One day?
Day one.
This news took the internet by storm, gaining so much attention that even DJ Academic
Melly's mom has announced that she's going to be starting her own. And I got to be honest with y'all, man. This is perplexing. The reason why it's perplexing is because I can't understand why she's doing this. Your son is fighting for his life. How much, there's certain mothers in hip hop, and you probably can name a few, I won't name all of them, that I feel like their son became stars, but they also wanted to be stars. Blueface's mom is one of them. The situation between Melly's mom and Melly, I always thought was interesting, but I never thought she'd be doing this. If you're wondering if she's doing this for money, this can't be a money. Like, no way, no how.
While DJ Academics claimed it wasn't about money, social media had a different take. Fans dug up an old No Jumper interview from 2 years ago featuring Adam22, YNW Be a Slime, and Melly's mother. In the clip, Adam speculated that Melly must have spent a fortune on legal fees, to which Melly's mother simply sat back and laughed. Meanwhile, YNW Be Slime even called out his brother for making reckless
I would assume that he spent a lot of money on lawyers. Like an amount that would probably...
That kid spent a lot of money on a lot of things that she's been spent on.
Really? Like what else?
And cars, jewelry. And he's not even out to wear the jewelry. I'm like, why are you buying jewelry? You're not here to wear the jewelry.
No, definitely lawyers are probably the best thing you can spend.
That's what I throw. But
Yeah.
he's good with lawyers, bro. Like, money ain't an issue for lawyers. He's fine. But it's just like, there's a lot of stuff that should have went to lawyers that he didn't spend on lawyers. I'm like, bro. And now it's like, he don't even want to change no more.
It's important to note that Jamie King has been dealing with a lot. While many believe she started the fan account for financial reasons, others think she may have been using it as an outlet to distract herself from Melly's trial. During the original trial, we even saw Melly checking on her. But what many don't know is that YNW Melly is now facing a second case. Investigators reportedly found disturbing evidence in his ex-girlfriend Mariah's iCloud account, linking him to an attempt to pressure or force her to testify. This falls under witness tampering, a serious charge that carries a potential life sentence, regardless of whether Melly was actually responsible for Sack Chaser.
New charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
This witness tampering case is completely separate from Melly's existing charges related to Sack Chaser and Juvie's passing. That means more legal fees, hiring new lawyers, and additional court sessions. The feds launched their investigation into Mariah after people in Melly's hometown started talking about her potential involvement in the case. Even Juvie's own father took matters into his own hands, conducting his own investigation by speaking with people from different areas. In the process, he uncovered the coded language Melly allegedly used to pressure Mariah into not testifying during the original trial.
This kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone. He was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
Like me, they're going through extreme measures, trying to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah's mom. They was using code words like Rihanna, and they said Rocky's baby mom.
If found guilty, Melly faces a life sentence in prison. Due to his alleged witness tampering over jail phones, authorities have completely restricted his phone access and even barred him from viewing his own mail for the past year and a half. The situation became so extreme that Jamie King publicly called out the county jail in an interview, exposing them for not allowing Melly to communicate or even see.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
If the evidence proves that Melly was using jail phones for witness tampering, it explains why he's been barred from using them. However, the concerning part is that the feds wouldn't have taken such extreme measures based on just a suspicion. They likely have solid evidence against him. This harsh reality is why Jamie King revealed that she feels absolutely heartbroken for her son. She expressed feeling helpless, believing that Melly isn't even being treated like a human while in jail.
You saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
Wen W. Melly's lawyers are now fighting to prove his innocence in court while pushing for his release from jail this week. As part of their argument, they pointed out to the newly assigned Judge Fee that during the original trial, no firearm was ever recovered.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what those use.
Okay.
They also presented GPS evidence from the time of the crime, which allegedly shows Melly sprinting down the street away from the scene and hiding in
Saying that someone just shut the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, and I'm hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Zach and Judy? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're.
Do you think this evidence is strong enough for YNW Melly to be released from jail this week? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.